seeing the vicious dog break free and rush straight at the young lady. Her personal guard leapt forward, but not to save her. He shielded the scheming half-sister instead, leaving the young lady to be mauled and bloodied. Only then did she wake up completely. The man she had loved for 3 years was never worth her devotion. Once she recovered, she agreed to her father's request to marry in place of the half-sister to the paralyzed eldest son, and she resolved, on her wedding day, to gift this guard to her half-sister herself. Years before, she had fallen for him at first sight and schemed to win his cold heart, but she later overheard him and a friend learning his true identity was not a guard at all, but a noble heir, and his service at her side was only to get closer to the half-sister. In his eyes, she was not worth even a strand of the half-sister's hair. Heartbroken, she determined to let go, and so accepted the substitute marriage. The next day she went to the auction house to prepare her dowry. The half-sister showed up too, using pocket money to challenge her at every bid, but this time, the young lady held 1 million taels of gold from her father, a fortune her sister couldn't match. Yet the man saw the half-sister flustered, and secretly ordered guards to bid recklessly, snatching every item, then presenting them grandly to the schemer. By the end, she was empty-handed, while the half-sister basked in triumph. Furious, the young lady threw down her number plate and left, planning to drown her sorrows in wine. The schemer insisted on joining, and the man personally lifted her onto the carriage. In the tavern, a caged hound broke loose during a contest, charging them, and once again, the man shielded the half-sister, letting the young lady take the wound. Later she punished his dereliction with the family whip, but the half-sister threw herself forward and took the lash instead. The man's heart ached for her. The very next day, the young lady was kidnapped, but the bandits demanded no money or body. They only whipped her, and when she heard a familiar voice nearby, she realized in horror, the mastermind was the man himself. Soon came the half-sister's birthday. The young lady brought him along one final time. Inside she watched her sibling bask in affection and gifts. Her mind flashed back to her own mother's death. When her father and his mistress drove her to the grave while pregnant, the man showered the schemer with rare treasures. The young lady's chest tightened until she left the hall, but the schemer chased after her, mocking cruelly, even insulting her dead mother. Rage surged within her, but before she could act, the schemer spotted the man coming, and seized her hand to slap her own face, pretending to be bullied. The man immediately felt distressed. The crowd condemned the young lady, so she stopped explaining, took the blame with a cold smile, then yanked the schemer forward, and slapped her hard across the face, before pushing through the crowd and leaving alone. Finally came the day of departure. She ordered her servants to pack. The man thought she was only moving house, and offered to help. She told him lightly to buy sugar-roasted chestnuts for the half-sister, and hand her a letter. Though confused, he obeyed, but as soon as he left, she climbed into her carriage, pulled out the portrait she had once drawn of him, and tore it into shreds, bidding farewell to her former self. When the man returned, he delivered the chestnuts and letter to the schemer, and hurried to assist the young lady, but the half-sister stopped him, smirking that he need not go back anymore, because the letter had already handed him over to her forever.